Greetings, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yes, this is Minecraft. And Minecraft is so amazing. So here we are, and I'm going to turn my view. We are in Rosa Ouro, which started out as gold mining dream of Tucker's. Tucker had this dream that he was going to find a gold mine. He knew there were gold mines in this abandoned mountain town. And oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Look at David sitting in the boat. Oh, please tell me you can get out of that boat. I probably will have to call him. He's sitting in the boat fishing. What? So, this is the thing that keeps happening. This is definitely, oh good, he just got out. Excellent. This is definitely the thing that keeps happening, is the surprises that happen with AI. And I love the NPCs, this NPC thing where, okay, yeah, they're programmed. And they're programmed to do specific things. And that's all they're programmed to do. So why do these other things happen? And it's so amazing when they do. I was on Twitch earlier, and I just remembered that I saw one of the sheep up near the volcano. Now, I was actually looking for the other mule that we have, that we got because there's the mule. One of the traders, I think it was a baker trader. You know something? Are you going home? Good. Okay. They're headed in the right direction. Left their mules. And one of them is gone completely. I'm not sure where, but you are far away. I don't know that I want you to be this far away. Let's see if we can find the the sheep, the lamb. We're looking for a lost lamb, and here it is, right where the turtle is. Hold on. Oh, now that's an interesting start. Right where the turtle is. Hello, turtle. There's the rhinoceros, and we know the rhinoceros is there. So let's bring these two home. Well, we didn't have any problem this morning, but I am having a little bit of a problem now. I don't see any other sheep in this area. Oh no. I'm going to try the chocolate recipe. Hold on. Not sure why my throat is acting up, but it is. So, I'll just have to... Yes, hi, yes. And get that one. And there they are returned. Now, there probably are some up here, because there are ones that want to come all the way up here. You're a little too far away from home. I'm going to take you back. I actually like doing this. I know that some people would be annoyed. Oh, they're out again. I have to go gather them all. But for some reason, I just like it. I like going and looking for them, bringing them back within the part of the farm. See these markers right here? They're markers for the sheep farm. So if the sheep are within these markers, they are actually in the farm. And I like that. One of the things you might have noticed down here is a big building that's going up. There's Avis. And the mule is happy. This one stayed, the other one didn't. So this thing that's happening here with the field, this isn't going to be here. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is going to be really interesting because there's going to be a farmer here and there isn't going to be a field. And I haven't decided how I'm going to make that work. Are they going to be extremely unhappy about not having a field? And that's what I want to find out. What this is supposed to be is the poppy manufacturing building, the building where the poppies are gathered into this building and they actually work. What I could do, maybe, I just thought of something that might keep the farmer from being too frustrated. That you can reduce the size of these fields, well, you could. Yeah, there it is. So we could reduce the field to a very small size, like 1 by 1 by 1, and just have it be some kind of seed. What would we grow that would be okay to grow out here, that wouldn't spread, wouldn't affect the poppies and things like that? That's what I'd be looking for. Lo-fi, lo-fi, welcome, hello. And that's what I'd want to find. I'd want to find something like that. And it would of course need to be something that would be edible in some kind of way. And I think that's the thing that we would need to be looking at. Something that's edible, something that won't spread. And I don't think we're going to find anything. It would almost have to be a grass. It would almost have to be like rye or oats or something that if it spread, the sheep would eat it. And that's how I would justify that it doesn't spread, is because of that. Quinoa might be interesting. Let's do that. Let's see if there are any quinoa seeds. Let's come over here. Oh, bum, bum, bum. Let's come here. Let us, how are you? How are you doing? Let's come here and let's look at crafting, teach. Let's look for quinoa. There it is, and there's the seed. So we want to teach this. And what can we make with that? Can we make flour? I think we can. I think the making of flour actually will use quinoa, but I'm going to check for a minute and see. There's a whole bunch of things. So I'm hoping that there it is. Okay, so we can use quinoa for flour, and I think that's just going to be it. Pastry. Pastry, it's not pastry, it's something else. Peanut butter cookies. And let's look for peanut butter cookies for a minute. They have this batter. So there is the batter that's made by the chef with a mixing bowl and milk and flour and an egg or silken tofu. We don't have eggs. We do have tofu. So I would have to get the milk container. So let me do this. I would have to get a milk container and a silken tofu to make the batter that we wanted to make. So yeah, so I think that's going to be what we're going to have in this field. And there isn't going to be a fence here. So we could make the field 2x2. And we'll see what happens when we assign someone. We don't have anyone right now. But this person's actual job, let's look here, statistics, minimum stock. Oh, and not automatic. Minimum stock, let's do 4 quinoa, Quin. Let's do 4 of those. And then let's add 2 stacks of seeds. 2 quinoa, Quin. And there's the seed. And this is Pam's. Yes, select the seed and put that in. Okay. Since we're doing minimums right now, let's do this one. Let's have 3 farm instruments. Zaf! Yasu, Zaf. Yasu. Let's do 3 farm instruments, and let's do actual iron. We're going to do iron ones. That means that the person won't be able to use them at the very beginning. So I'm going to have to add 3 wooden ones, just to make sure that they can use them at the start. And that's the wooden one right there. So we'll select, let's do 3 of those as well. And there we are. Okay, so this is the farm. Let's look at something for a minute. The farm is a level 1 already. Rita Ayushu. Rita Ayushu. Hi. Aw. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. How are you? And let's come here for a minute and see who we have from the kids. So Emmanuel is supposed to take over a different a courier shop. He was at the coast, and we'll show him in a little bit, but he's going to be someplace else, and that is why he isn't working. Volmer's the banker. Kyla, wow. Look at the health. Look at the stamina. Look at the athletics. Fright Swidey is a teacher. Jaslyn's a librarian. Calliope, but Kyla is better. Has Kyla graduated? Where's her? Oh, with honors. Wow. Kyla is one of the ones from the last group, and she is, no, from the group before? I think she is. So there's Blair and there's Cash. Cash is good, and Matthias. And right now Matthias is the best. Has he graduated? He has not. So there's the newer kids haven't graduated yet. We have Myra. I think I'm going to have this farmer come from the newest group of kids, and it's looking like it is probably going to be Matthias. That he is going to be the owner of this poppy plant. So he is going to study, and I wonder where he's studying. I know where he's studying. So he is in the right place to study. He is actually at the Earth Sciences Library along. So he is actually studying Earth Sciences, and this is good. Let's come down here for a minute. This morning on Twitch, we did a couple things, and this is what we did. Look at this. Look at this. Hi. You're going home really late. Oh. Wow, Lexi too. Interesting. Okay, this is the new rail that actually has 2 more stops to it. And I suppose I should be carrying one of these so you can see. So this is the farm road, and the farm road, or I should call it the Narrows road, the Narrows Coastal Road. Uh-oh, did I just throw those away? And so we added rail connections to the main street, essentially, in town, and brought the road all the way up to the end here. And this is the sugar farm, experimental sugar farm. And we were looking at the experimental farm today and noticing that we had grass. And Vincentius Primus is snoring. We have grass in this area, and I'm not sure I really want grass here. This is the desert. Let me think about it. Let's go to sleep. Let's go upstairs here. There is a bed here, and we'll go upstairs in this farm. This is the plantation right here. This is a level 4 plantation, but this is a level 5 Byzantine, and we just have one bed here. And let me get a blanket, so I'm not really sleeping on the bed. There. And here we go. Well, I am sleeping on the bed. It says respawn point. Sometimes I can get it not to do that, and sometimes I can't. This is open. Hold on a sec. Let's come up here. This glass. Let's get some glass for just a second. And let's set it in here. Let's look at this, and let's put these pieces right in here for a minute. There we go. I think that got missed. I think I was working on this area and got interrupted, which happens a lot. Zaf, are you okay? No one's saying how they are. No, everyone's saying hi. And no one's saying how, in response to my question, how are you all? How are you all? Okay. This is what we were doing this morning while we were getting the road done. And I'm going to continue for a second. We've got this sand because this sand was brought in specifically for this farm, but I think for the rest that maybe we'll use the sand that is local. Now this morning when we went to go, where are we getting sand from? It wasn't what we were originally looking for. What we were looking for this morning on Twitch was we were looking for whether there was dirt in the wasteland, because I found a piece of dirt on this building and I thought I had gotten all the dirt off, and I was trying to see, is it justified that there would be any dirt? And it actually is not. In this entire wasteland, there is no dirt. There's not a single piece of dirt. That these dead trees are growing out of the salt, the dried salt. But while we were going over here, we noticed this sand. And when we went to look, we actually discovered that there is a town to the south of here, and that is where our sand is coming from. And you can see the river. The river is going this way, and I believe that it is over here. And there it is. So this is our river. This is our town where the sand comes. River runners come here, and the sand is actually, that's concerning. There we go. Dun, da, da, da. It folded in. And so we were looking, just a little coffee you need. Okay. Kohi. Cafes. And let's come here. So this is a very viable town. And the villagers, as I was showing this morning, have the original, these are the original faces from my villagers from level 7 of Minecraft. And I love them still. And this morning there was a camel in town, and I don't see him now, but there was a camel in town. There he is. Look at this. Look. There's the camel. And they were laying down. I didn't know they laid down. I mean, I know the real camels laid down, but I didn't know that the ones in our world laid down. That was really, really cool. So yes, they have a pet camel as well as cows. Mr. Villager! Oi, Mr. Villager! Oi! And so yes, so we looked at that for a little bit, just because this morning, because we were talking about sand and talking specifically about the wasteland, that the wasteland actually does not have any dirt. And this is the river. It's only the river right here. And this is on our way back. This should be on our way back. Yeah, even these flowers here that are growing here, which is really interesting that they're still alive, because it must be the shade. Because see, everything else isn't. Isn't that fascinating? And there is cactus, so you would expect cactus to be in this area. So where's our little town? I think we've gone the wrong way, but let's see. Let's go this way. There we are, look. It's us. Aww, there's our duck. That duck has lived in this desert all this time, and the duck travels back and forth in this area. In this area here, there were 2 of them. And I don't know that the other one is still over on this side, but there were actually 2 ducks at one time. But now there's at least that one is still there. Yes, that. Just outside of town is that. And look at this. These are the kids, and they're studying in the university. And this is, it seems, terracotta near the village. Yeah, yeah, it definitely does. All right, let's see here. But was that near the river? Which river? Uh-oh. I missed what you said. What was that near the river? Let's see what Mr. Villager was talking about. It seems terracotta near the village. Let's see what terracotta that was. just for a moment, just for the fun of it. It does seem strange. Let's follow the river over. We were actually following the sand, and that led to here. So of course there is this pyramid, which is the which is part of this village. This pyramid right here is part of the village, this dungeon. And over here, oh, this is what you were talking about. This is lush desert. So this is kind of the same kind of lush desert, but it isn't. Isn't that interesting? This is lush desert, not lush savanna. It's not lush savanna. This is what you saw. This is what you saw. Is this one of those nodes? Is this one of those nodes that when you open it, there's all sorts of stuff? Because look at that. That's gravel. That is absolutely terracotta and mud. A little farther? Farther this way? We've got bones is what we've definitely got. Let's look here. Move fast, slow down. Okay, Zaf, I'll slow down. I will. Yeah, I think this is what he saw. The terracotta that's a part of the village, because that is terracotta there. Where are they getting it from? They're getting it from us. We're trading terracotta with them. Because I don't see any. I don't see any terracotta. So the fact that they have terracotta is that we gave it to them. That is, of course, salt. You want to see something even weirder than that terracotta sitting there? Look at this. Look at that. That is organic compost from Farmer's Delight and rich soil sitting under a roof out of the sun. Isn't that fascinating? This is Farmer's Delight. And it's like, that is really curious. Now, I don't know, I could stay the night. Let me see if I can find a place that isn't inhabited, where no one is sleeping. This is very pretty. I always loved these. And I used to have so much fun. Don't want to know where this came from, where the compost. They have a camel. They have cows. I think that's where it came from. It's probably camel and cow dung that they're using to make it. I think you are correct. I think that is where it came from. This is the bell in town. Wow. I think that's a butterfly. It is a butterfly. Is there someplace here? Is there someone sleeping in there? Yes, there is. There's probably someone in every single... Look at this person isn't sleeping in the bed. Oh, they're talking. The two of them are talking to each other. I'm going to go in here. This is the blast furnace, which I think belongs to the stone smelter, maybe? Maybe. We're just going to spread out a blanket and sleep. Yeah, it definitely came from us. It came from our mesa areas. All right, So let's take these and make these go away. This is such a beautiful little town, and I'm really glad that it's alive and well. And they do have a guardian, so they can survive. And there we go. So we're going to go back, and I think back is this way. So let's say this. I know, Zaf. I'm sorry. Signumi. Signumi. I will slow down. Disculpi. I will slow down. So this is the way the river runners go from that town. They come down the river this way and they head towards us. And there's kind of a little lake right here, right in this part right here, where the water is. And then the water, this isn't the way they go. Ooh. They must come around from the other way. Hold on for a minute. So this is where we are, and they are here. Are we cut off from them? How fascinating. We are actually cut off from them by the river runners. We would actually have to, they would have to bring it down a certain distance and then bring it over land, because look at that. Wow. There's no way. There's actually no way that they can do that. Do you see that? Do you see how close we are to the capital? To the skeleton capital? That's the new capital. This mountain used to be the capital, and now it isn't. Build a new port. I'd have to cut through this. I'd have to build a canal right here to connect them. That would be quite a feat. I do have the tools to do it. We would have to think about it, but that's what I would have to do. I'd have to build, see this part right here? I'd have to build a canal that came right to here, came right through here, and joined the rivers, joined the Narrows to that river. We'd have to rename that river something. But that would be interesting now, wouldn't it? That would be interesting. So we would have them come in to here. We could clear this away since there would be more transportation in that area. That would be something to do. That would be most curious. That definitely would. This morning when we were in Twitch, we noticed that Maya and Vira both had the same furniture. Now, granted, they're both in Druid towers, but they both had the same furniture, and so Maya's isn't finished being built. Hers is only a level 4. Vira's is a level 5, so we decided to change the furniture in Vira's this morning, or Vira, and this is what her tower looks like right now. We actually added, we took away some pieces and added some more pieces. So these corner blocks were made out of plank originally, and we changed them into furniture wood. We changed them into finished wood. And these couches were all made out of wood, and we decided to make them more comfortable and make them softer. And there she is. Hi. And we put in a little chest for her right here. And we have these pieces that we just set up. And then, of course, what I wanted was to have the beds so that there's a place for me to sleep. But if she came home early from her night duties, she could go to sleep too. Did Peyton finally finish the docks? Peyton is working on the docks, and the docks are huge. That boat ride is a huge project, taking a lot of sand. And that's one of the things about where the sand coming from. But we have red sand, and we're actually using it to make the blocks that we need. But it doesn't match. That's what I'm saying. Because think about it. Those blocks are beige and cream colored. So we would be using this sand for it, which means that we would need more of that sand. And that's one of the things that we're looking at. Also, the wood that he's using. See this wood? So Santana is growing some additional spruce trees that we are using for the cliff style on the King Mountain, and also the cliff style on the side, the cliffs of the Wide River, where Mr. Villager is talking about Peyton working on the boat right. So he's doing the boat right and building a boat at the same time, which seems pretty wild, but he is doing that. And these are couriers coming up from deliveries down here. And you're okay, just a little headache from the summer heat. Ooh, you need a compress. You need a cool washcloth on your head. Cool washcloth sitting on your head to make you feel better. Dun, 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 dun. Look how it looks. It's so wild to see it going up. Makes you a mess, the heat does. Yeah. Look, and he's actually working on it right now. Let me go over, let's go downstairs. We can go over to the other walkway and watch him for a minute, because he's actually working on it right this minute. So we're taking, here we are. We're taking these stairs down, but then we're going to take these stairs up a little ways right here, so we can go over to here. Now, Athena is working on the mechanic shop. Why she doesn't have any doors, I don't know just yet. I'll have to look at it. You drink cold water, but other water is warm. You drink cold water, but there isn't cold water to make like a cold compress, is what you're saying. Let me take these away for a minute. There it is. Wow, look at that. Yeah, it's hard sometimes, but even water, because water has a tendency to, all the water is warm? That's interesting. Comes warm from the pipes. Yeah. Yeah. So unless you have ice, you don't have cool water. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So we can stand here, right here, and we can see how far he's gotten. And he is just starting to put on shingles on some of the lower roof areas. and you have bottles of water in the refrigerator, it would be worth it. Just to make you feel good. Not to take a lot, but just a cloth. Pour the bottled water on and just lay it over your forehead, or put it on the top of your head right at this point, and just leave and just let it sit there. It doesn't have to be soaking wet, just damp, and it might make you feel better. It might make you feel better. So the sun is setting on the other side of King Mountain, and so it's getting dark now on this part. And let's see what time it is. It is 5:40, so in a minute everyone's going to actually go home. That looks like Mohammed there. Look at the colors. I just love the Hellenic style. The colors are really beautiful of the costumes, and I really like that. Oh, okay. And it doesn't have to be too wet, just enough, just damp enough, so it doesn't run. It doesn't run on your face. And she's working on this, so we can't change anything right now. Mohammed's going home. Where's Sato? Sato's probably going over the top. And that can't be there. That's okay. Let me right quick figure out what happened to her. Uh-oh, I've got shimmering. Let me figure out what happened to her doors. Let's look here. That's the mechanic that she's working on. Why don't we just give her some doors? Frenzy Optic. Hi. Welcome. Let's look here. And just for a moment. What do I need? Yes. Let's do this. Let's do glass. So let's get an architect's cutter. Let's start with an architect's cutter. Let's get glass. Well, let's get the white stain so that it doesn't have a color to it. And it doesn't have the lead. In Chroma Hills, all the glass is leaded except the light gray and the white. And so let's look at something else. Let's look at, this is made out of stone. So let's look at stone for a minute. Do I want to use, I think I'm actually going to use the chiseled. Is that proper chiseled? It is. Okay, let's come over here and let's try some right here. Let's do this. Let's get doors. Let's take this door, because this will be 2. Let's put the glass in, and that is the way we want it. So let's do that one. I don't think I'm going to want any of the others. I definitely don't want creeper doors here, so let me see. I think that's going to work. And the doors are on the outside, and so those are the doors to her. Oh, that worked really nicely. Look at what the chiseled did to the door handle and to the what do you call those things? What do you call those things? That is really cool. That's really nice. Hold on for a second. I have an interruption. Hold on a minute. Let's come here. I apologize. Just 1 second. And let's see what it is that I'm looking at. There we go. And let's go here and let's do that. Uh-huh. Okay. Wait, what? Hold on a second. I don't recognize that language, Frenzy. I don't. I don't recognize it, but it's cool. Let's come here. We're going to put these things away. I'm going to put this away, and then we're going to go look at the other thing that we worked on earlier today. So I showed you Mr. Villager wanted to see Peyton, what Peyton was working on, and we can actually go down to it. So this is the boat right, and this is where boats are built, and he's in the process of building a boat right now. At the same time, he's got the hull he's working on, and we can look at it. This is going to be quite a boat. It definitely is. And oh, and that reminded me of something that I wanted to do too. That I wanted to take a picture. I had a picture of the captain's quarters in the boat, in this boat, which does not have a name, people. This boat doesn't have a name. And I wanted to get another, this is not a good jump, but that's okay. I wanted to get another picture because the picture I had was taken before we did a correction to the location. So this is where we corrected the bunk and put it up in the wall to make it more secure, just like most of the things in here are in the wall because this is a boat. This is a ship. So these pieces of furniture would definitely move around a lot if something was going on, like a storm or something. And I think, so what I wanted was a picture of this right here. And I think I can have the picture be that picture. So there we go. Because I'm going to replace the picture that actually is archived to when we did that. Oh wait, why am I leaving? Why am I leaving when I can go to sleep here? Dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we are. There I am. Look at this. So there are some drawers in that part right there. That is so cool. There's some actual drawers right there. And that bed still works. So that bed is a legit bed. And now let us leave. It is morning and we'll come out. So that's the captain's quarters of this ship. And this is the ship that does not have a name. This ship does not have a name yet. And I know that Zaf and Mr. Villager and Doggus actually, House of Doggus actually named the ships at Emney Island when we had all of those ships. So I guess I'm going to ask for names again here for this boat, for this ship right here, and the other ships that we have. We have a little dinghy as well on this side also that needs a name. So we can do both of those. We can do both of those. So let's come up here. Right here, you can see it. You can see stairs going up right here. So we're going to take these stairs all the way. up to leave this part of town. This is the White River. I can show you that he is waiting for that Peyton is waiting for the stone that he needs and the roofing that he needs. And we're right up here where he is. So let's go over here for a second and we'll see. Now the roofing and the shingles are already, Annie is already making those. I was trying to get a second stonemason, but I don't have one yet, and I'm not sure what I want to do about that. I'll have to think about it. Still needs some more block, and that's what he is waiting on. He's waiting on all of that block to come in, plus all of the shingle, and he still needs some chain as well. So it takes a little bit of time for, like in real life, it takes a little bit of time for those materials to be done. So what happened was we had Emmanuel actually, because he's a Hedrasham, we actually had him running this warehouse down here. But we've changed our mind about that, and we're going to have another person whose family is in this area run the warehouse, and that person turns out to be Glover. So Weston became a courier. Weston's uncle, who raised him, is Omar, and Weston's niece, who he raised as his daughter, is actually Athena. And so he didn't really want to be that far away from his family, and Emmanuel is not connected necessarily to anyone here. He has family here, I think. No, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. So he was fine. He was actually fine in giving up the post to Weston. So Weston is going to run that warehouse there. And this is Chalia. Chalia is the other courier on this coastline, and those are going to be the two couriers here, Weston and Chalia. And now we can take these stairs. Let's go around here. Take these stairs all the way up and off of the Wide River, and we'll go back into town. How much time? We have a good amount of time. So that is some of what we worked on today. Was we actually fixed the Delta Tower and gave Vira new furniture. We fixed the road so that the farm road is more connected to the main road, and that worked really nicely. And now we were looking at what Omar is waiting for. Omar's not here. Omar's actually down in Hira's shop because Omar is putting up the new farm. And so we'll come over, and there's Monica. Monica's one of the couriers, and she's going. There's Julia. Julia is the owner of this sawmill, and her fostered child, Avery. Avery is the child she fostered with Omar early on, before she and Aes got their own daughter, Autumn. So it's interesting that Avery is working. She owns a furniture store, and Autumn became a carpenter like her mom. And Aias actually is the sheep farmer in the field down below that we saw earlier. This is where Omar is, right here. I'm gonna go in and
You are so wise.
Oh. I don't know whether they know how to make that. Let's go and look for a decorated pot. Let's see if Annie knows how to make a decorated pot. Wow. And this is Lila here. Lila is working. There was talk on, there's Mirafled. Hello, Mirafled. There she is. There was talk on Discord, in the Minecolonies Discord today. This other person who's playing, they said they were putting 4 mines together. 4 mines together in the same position. So the 4 mines are sitting right next to each other on the map. And of course everyone was like going, you might have a problem later. So of course I had to say, I'm curious how yours is going to work out, because mine, just having 3 mines, I had to have 2 of the miners do something else. So the one miner that we saw, Mirafled, she's actually handling the machinery that is digging and keeping the air quality down. We also added, and I think we did that, but we have Micah is the guardian that is going down now with Trenton into the mines. I haven't been down in the mines in a while. Let me come down. But we had to actually close the other 2 mines because they were crisscrossing each other in a way that was making it difficult for anything to be done. And so we figured that we would just go ahead and have just the 1 mine. And this is it right here. And I think that he is working. I should have checked to see where he was working. But this part of the mine is open, and there are mushrooms. Wow. There are actually mushrooms. And if you look here, let me turn on a light here for a second. I've got a light on me. It's not doing anything. Wow. That is really interesting. The light, hold on. Up, and I got that mushroom. Let me put this back. The light is actually not doing a lot down here. But you see this area here? See how there's 2 different things going on? This is one of the other mine intersections. And there's the other mine, one of the other mine shafts. Right in here, you can come down here and see this. And this is why we only have the 1. See where it is? You can actually see that this is a second mine shaft right there. So we only have the single miner right now, but we have the other mine acting like they are working with this miner in this mine, and that's the way we're doing it. That's how we're dealing with the fact of what happened when we had 3 mines really close to each other. The 3rd mine was the first mine, and it's the one now that is actually, this is so wild to see this, it's the one that is the tourist attraction. It's the one that we've opened up as a tourist attraction, where tourists to the town can go down. I know. Oh, you don't like them. That's right. You don't like mushrooms. I remember. Tourists can take a mining tour. They can go down into the smaller mine and just see what it was like in the beginning. So that is what we have. But that's the official mine. And I'm curious. Let's see where it says he's mining. It says he's down at the very bottom. He is at 32, and he is mining out materials there. And I did not see her or any evidence of Micah or him. I'm gonna go down. Wait, what time is it? Oh, no wonder. Look what time it is. What in the world's the matter with me? It's nighttime. Of course not. I see one of the druids walking by. Let's go to Briella. Briella has, you remember Briella after she lost Lindsay, her partner, that she was working as a librarian on the other side of town, really kind of to not be in the same part of town as where Lindsay was building, and so that she didn't have to have these constant reminders. But when it was decided that we needed someone to run the tourist building, Briella actually turned out to be a good person to put here. And as far as a miner is concerned, for for the people we had, she had really good stats. And so this is the tourist attraction. So people come in and they buy tickets, and she takes them down into the mine. So she can take them all the way. This mine goes pretty far down, so they get a chance to actually see into the mine. And then it comes down to this area and there's nothing. And I think this is where it begins to run into the other mines. And so this is as far as this mine got before it was closed off, because it was running into the other mines. But you can see that for a while there was materials being removed from this mine in the beginning. This is the site of the original mine that was the, what are they? Deserted mines in the desert. In the mesas, there are deserted mines. So up here, and there it is, we can see a couple things in this area. The storage actually comes through to this area of the mine. This is one of the things that happened. And then over here, we actually have people living in a tower that can actually look in on this mine tower right here. I think we have a couple places where they can look in. And so who are those people? They're the people who live in this building right here. And when we go downstairs in this building, you can see the mine right here. So the people who live here can actually come to this part of the mine and actually see it. But these are people who live here, so they wouldn't actually come into the mine without somebody. I mean, they know how dangerous it is. And children don't live in this building, so we don't have to worry about that. This is one of the floors, and this floor is even deeper into the mine, where its door comes out right here. And you can hear bats. You can hear the bats in here, and you can see where everything is. It's a little scary. but those doors are specifically for druids, to make sure that they can check, and they're emergency escape routes in case something happens with the tour and they need to be able to come up really quickly. This is the original mine path that Tucker found. This line right here that goes into this area is the original mine path. And there was, for the longest time, a piece of rail still left over, but it would have been sitting right here. We could have put it under glass, maybe in the floor right there, but I think it's better in the bank as a monument. And that's what we did. Remember, we put it in the bank. So over here, where the bank is, do I have a lantern up? I do now. So we're coming over here. Here's the bank. It's nighttime, but we're just going to use our key. And we're going to go upstairs to where the safety deposit boxes are, because that's where we put that piece of, we put, safety deposit boxes. Oh, I'm moving. I gotta stop. Oh, nope, I'm not. Okay, there we go. So we're up. These are the safety deposit boxes right here. These are right here. This is actually a balcony right here that looks out over the town. When there's a parade for a holiday, it's held on this road right here. And people can come up here and look at the parade, or they can look at it from the restaurant, or they can go up into the hills and see the parade from there. And this is the table for safety deposit boxes, and this is the remnant right here, remnant of the skeleton mines that used to exist. And it is in that little box right there. And so this is the bank, and we do have a courier here. There we go. So this is where Emmanuel is going to be. This is going to be Emmanuel's new courier shop. Now he lives too far away from here, so we're going to have to move him into town. So let's move the new courier, bank courier, into one of the apartment buildings that is right here. Now we have a new apartment building behind these. So let me see if we have too many people here. We only have 3. And let's look in the other building for a moment over here. I'm just looking. Glass offered and reinforced by you. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Someone just left for work. Just then. Whoops. Nope. Let's see how many people are here. And there are 4 people here, including Briella and Davis. How is the weather there? We're not doing too badly. Fahrenheit. Oh, Mr. Villager. He's asking Mr. Villager how it is there, because where Mr. Villager is, it's winter. It's actually winter where he is. He's on the other side of the equator. And so they're having cold weather right now. And so it's cloudy and slightly cold. And let's come. Let's have Emmanuel live in not this house, but the house behind. Let's come over here. We've got 2 of these towers here, and let's have Emmanuel move into this tower. Yep, summer and hot where Zaf is, because Zaf's in the northern hemisphere. of the planet, and so it is actually summer for all of us in the northern hemisphere. And let's look, sure enough. Okay, so we'll have Emmanuel move here, and this would make him 34 blocks from where he actually works, so this is perfect. And did I do these rooms? I did. I haven't done anything much in this one, in these yet. There's so much to do all the time, and it's really fun. And so, for instance, see, we haven't done too much with the walls in the hallway to have them be pretty behind the glass. We'll do that. We did do one room. I see this room, but it doesn't have any furniture in it. So we've got a lot of stuff to do there. So let me check on a couple things. Do I want to still have another stonemason? And if I did, the place where I wanted to put it didn't work out. We lost Lindsay trying to put one there. So we're not going to put one there. We're actually going to put a fishery there. We can put a fishery there. It's up higher than the stonemason was, and so that'll work just fine. Let's look here. I should have, yes I do, a builder's tool on me, and we can look. I don't really want another row of places up here, but it looks like I could have another row. There's nothing here, and you see that road right there? There's nothing in this area. We could have something here and run a road through, but we would have to be really careful about this. So this is at 85 right here. And what is this at? This is at 87, so this is 2 up from there. And we would need whatever was going to be here to be in between these two, 85, in between 85 and 87. And this looks like a place where a stonemason would be, doesn't it? We were talking about maybe having this be here. Let me see how big this is if we had it here for a second. Let me get, let's do build options. Let's have Athena build it for a minute. She's not actually going to start it. I want to put on the goggles and see how far that building goes. And there it is. So the walkway on this building is up even higher. It's at 91, which means that anything else would be walking down to get here. 91 from 80, 85, and there you are, 6 blocks down. It would probably be just a little bit easier if we had something right here on top of that. And that actually does look like a nice place for it. Now when Athena or Peyton starts working on this, this stone is going to end up being, I'm going to have to really make sure that they're using terracotta to fill this part in. There's our little cardinal family that moved up from this lower, there was a little fruit tree here, and we moved them up to the forest because, well, they kind of moved themselves. We tried to move them to a tree that wasn't going to be cut down, and then it ended up being cut down anyway. So since it did, it was better if the family came up here. And so you can see that we have several sets. Whoops, I'm moving again. We have several sets of males and females up here, but they're grown now. All the kids are grown up. So these are, they like it there. They like it there. So if we put in one, let's look for a second and see what I want to do. Let's try something for a second. Let's go here. Let's look at cliffs. Let's look at stonemasons for a minute. And let's look at the stonemason. Now, you might remember when we looked at it, it actually has a really special stone as a part of what it's mining out. It's mining out, see that there, that it's actually mining out calcite. That would be really something. And that was one of the reasons why I was thinking that I wanted it. But see where the top of the blacksmith is at that flat part there. If we move this up to where it is not in conflict, it brings it up way too high. But if we put it here, I wonder what that would be like. Hold on a second. Let's see. Now I know the is down underneath. I know that the builder is down underneath there, but there isn't anything actually at this point on here. Wow. So that's what the building's going to look like when it's done. Isn't that amazing? That's really going to be gorgeous. It absolutely is. And when she starts working on this, let's come here for a minute and let's do the build options. Let's have Athena be the builder, and so that I can see that. So there is the beginning of a fishery right here. And yes, the fishery is actually up high, which is the reason why it's going to be okay to put it here, right next to the boat right. And there is a story about why it is up high, and I'm really looking forward to finding out what that story is. So we have both of these here. Should I bring this one down? Look at this. Look at all this space right here. I could actually bring this down. And we could still make a path for the forester. This is a forester. To come up into the hills. This is where they would be, in these hills here. And I would have to mark a certain area for them. And I think I would mark this area right here, away from the cardinals. This area right on top of here, for the trees to be taken from that part. I think I'm going to bring this down. Yeah. So now if we were using this as or even this right here as where it matches up, what happens when we bring this down? How far can we bring this before we start being in that building? We're nowhere near. Oh, I'm just making it go back instead of making it go up for a second. That's as low as it can be, and that is putting it at 90. That's putting it at 90, and I don't really like it. As much as I would love to have this, I'm not really finding a place that I'm happy with. The only thing maybe that I could do is stick it in the mountain, and if I do that, it's the wrong style and I need to change the style for sticking it into the mountain. Let's make that go away for a minute. Let's come over here while we can see it. And let's find it for a second. It's right here. Let's pick this up. Cancel the build. Build options. Let's pick this up. We just picked it up. And let's reset it at the lower level so that it's in keeping with this walk right here. So let's touch down right here for a second. Cliffs. This is the forester. There are two foresters. One's a balloon forester, and this is actually the cliff forester that we're using. And carpentry, nope. Right here, and there we are. And so there's the lumber balloon and the lumber, the forester here. So let's bring it over and let's see how much. Yeah, look at that. So right here, it is now not in conflict with the blacksmith. It's sitting on top of the blacksmith right here. And look where the road is. Look where the road is. Right there. Wait, not the blacksmith, the fishery. That's the fishery with the fisher's balloon right there. So it's sitting on top of the fishery, and it's not in conflict with the balloon, which is really good. And we can even push it back farther here into this area right here because of this relationship right here to this building. So now we're looking at this. Hold on. Let me make this do this for a second. Let's come down here. Did I make it go away? Grrr. I did. I totally made it go away. Level 5. My fault. Level 5. Turn it and put it back where it was. It should be where it was. And I just needed to come here and bring this up. One. There it is. See that right there? That's the road. That's the road. Now the top of this building, on the inside of this building, let me look for a second at the top. It's coming to here. So I don't think we have a conflict if we want to build a road across this part of it. Right here, I think that's going to be okay. So now let me look at this. This is actually higher than the fishery area, and we're putting it pretty close there, and I'm okay with that. So this is the new place where it's going to be. Let me see if I can see the hut block, because if I can't see it, nope, I can't get to it. So let me come out here and go to sleep. Let's go to sleep. Summer and hot. And there we go. All right, so let's find it. I think I can dig through this. But we'll see in just a minute. Yes, I definitely need to dig out the dirt right here. And let's dig one more set. Let's dig that away. And there it is. Okay. And it comes to here. There's nothing actually here, so I have to be careful about where I walk. Let's do it. So this will give us another forester in a different area. And let us do assign a builder. And then we can see the assignment right there. Okay. Now, the mason, as much as I would love to have that masonry, I don't know how I can do it. So that's why we were ending up with the masonry sitting down lower in this spot right here. But I think we will have to not be able to do that one here. I think we're going to have to use someone else's, and we can look at two versions of masonries. Let's sit right here and look at them for a minute. Yeah, that's a shame. We can look at dark dust for a second and see what we have for stonemason, level 5, and wow. Okay, good gracious. That is tiny. That's almost as tiny as archaeology. Goodness sakes. Whoa. It's so tiny it would just sit here. It could just sit right on top of this. Right here like this. Right here like this. But I think I would actually like it to be in here. See where we have this flat wall right here, which would mean maybe looking at cavern style. That's a surprise, that is. And that surprise is interesting. That almost means that we could put another one in town, like right next to each other, like we have the two sawmills together. We could actually maybe even have another stonemason in town. That would be curious. That would be very interesting. Let's switch for a second. Let's look at cavern. And let's go here, let's go to here, let's go here. Let's go to default. Let's look at the stonemason. Let's turn it around. Yes. These are the cavern buildings, and let's look at the level 5. It's only one level, and I don't remember what this looks like on the inside. Oh, it's this. Yeah. Okay, I remember that. Okay, and I think I want to just go back for a minute to Mega. Stonemason. Why am I not getting anything else? What just happened there? So when oh, that's what I'm looking for. Let's look at this. So this is a hall that has a stone masonry in it. The level 5. Ooh, whoa. Wow, now that's looking, wow. That's looking like witches. That's looking like Crimson Keep. Holy good night. That's looking ancient. Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't even know what to do with this. Would it fit in there? Wow. let's look at something. Let's bring it over at that height. That's the height of that. And 5 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4 down, would put it here like this. Inside. I don't think so, but that was really quite stunning, wasn't it? That, which of course then reminds me of, let's bring it back over. It reminds me of Crimson Keep, and we can look at Crimson Keep for a second and see. Wow. Yep, that is definitely something. Let's look at Crimson Keep for a minute. Crimson, C-R-I-M-S-O-N. And let's look at huts. Huts. Let's look at the stonemason. Let's come here for S. And there we are. Oh geez. Okay. Yow. Let's turn it. There we go. Let's look at a level 5 and let's lift it up and let's see what it looks like on the inside. Now we know the witches. We know these witch areas are monstrously big. It definitely looks like a witch factory. It absolutely does. And wow. But I don't think that we need this much. I really don't. Even though we're doing boats here, this is what we would have needed it for, to do the stone for this. I think I'm going to look at Shire for a sec. Let's look at Shire and see if what the stonemason looks like here. Masonry, stonemason, level 5. Let's turn it around. I remember building this before. We have built this in the past. Let's look for a second. Yeah, because everything is in a backyard here. Now the way this is, you see this right here, they're just going to clear out this entire area, and that's always the problem. Now we could bury it again, which is what it would require. It's a good size. It has a crane, which is really nice, and all of that. And I'm not sure. Let's look at Incan for a minute. Incan switch. And then I'm going to have to go to Prasino. C-A-N. I don't think this is going to get done today. I don't think so. A decision on this. Whoa. What is this? Whoa. Oh, how interesting. Have I never seen this? I have never seen this. Wow. Let's go up and let's see what's behind. We've got all sorts of stuff going on in the back here. Why is there all this back here? How far back does it go? Not there, but here. And we've got these parts, and there's all these doors. This is what Incan does. And it goes into all these little sections. I like this. I actually like this. And of course, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to dig out the entire mountain. But it is going to leave this. This will actually look really interesting right there. And see how they have these cloth doors here. We'll see what we want to do, and of course we're not going to have mold because it's the desert. Even at the water, it's still the desert, but I think that might actually fit really perfectly right here. So let's come over, and then I'll go to, where is it? There it is. Okay. Let's come down, and let's come back, and let's see how it fits in. This is actually really quite something. And let's have it be behind this building completely, which it is. And we want the entrances to be right here like this. That would be perfect, to have the entrance be there like that, which means that this whole mountain part is going to come away, and we'll have to put it back. And I think I'm okay with that. We can bring that part out there, and I like having it come into that corner. All right, so let's do this. We can have Peyton or Omar work on this. I'm going to need this for a second, and then we're going to Prasino. I have it set. Unexpected. So we'll go to Prasino in just a second. Let me put down one of these for a second so that I can see when I get to the spot where this is. This is down too far. This is down too far, so let's raise this up. That's what we want to see. Let's raise this up to here. There's where it's supposed to be. Okay, so it would be here like this, and that is close enough to there. And now let's pull this out right here, and there's the stonemason sitting smack dab in the middle of this part right here. So there we have it. Okay, and so we can say right now, assign a builder. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just going to leave that because the builder is probably going to take out all of that. Now I still have the goggles on, which is why I can see these buildings at their high level, their highest level here. So there we are, right there. Let me get to land. Land ho! Let me get here and let me save and quit to title, and then we'll go to Prasino and see what happened there. Single player. Mr. Villager sent me a picture of a new kind of building game. It looks really interesting. My question is always, where are the people? Dun, 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 dun. So here we are. We sent to Rosa Ouro the first of the peppers. The first of the pepper harvest was sent to Rosa Ouro, and then we will have the next pepper harvest, and it looks like it is ready. We will have that harvest in Prasino proper. And it's always so funny when I see Anahi. Her hair is so orange. Her hair is so orange. And we determined that we were going to have this morning another crop in the fields up in town. And let me come here for a minute. So I think all of you who've been watching for a while, you know or you remember that May, who was raised by Ilberic and Bega, and May is an old buck and she has Bega's name, but she is not from Bega's family. She is not from her immediate family, probably a cousin or a niece. And when May was growing up, she was one of the first kids that we got. And so when she grew up, originally, that tree just popped up there. Originally, when she grew up, we were saying, oh, she's probably going to work in the field with her mom, who at that time we thought that Bega was her mom. She thinks of Bega as her mother. And so we thought that, but then when she was out of school, the carpentry shop was finished and she had the skills. She had the skills for a carpenter, and so she's been carpenter here ever since. Until her son, her youngest son, was born, Yisrael, and he has carpenter skills like she did. And so he has taken over the shop, and he is doing it. He is really running this shop really well. She should be proud. She hadn't been doing the shop well. She had not been, remember we would find her here in the middle of the night, and it seemed like she didn't want to go home. And even though she was here, she wasn't really doing anything. Didn't seem like she was making a lot of things. And so we moved her over to the furniture store thinking that that would make her happier, but she never showed up. We would always have to call her to be here. And then I went to see what was going on with her in her happy home, because she is one of the couples. She is a part of one of the couples that is actually listed in the census, that she and Lily are a couple and that they have 3 kids. Now, Yisrael is the only kid that was actually raised by Lily, as well as May. And this is their home. And when I went upstairs, when I came into this in the middle of the night, May was standing here and she didn't go upstairs. So she wasn't going upstairs to sleep. And it was like, this is ridiculous. What am I going to do? Because she is really unhappy. Now, if she wasn't on the census, I would say that the couple wasn't getting along and that they needed to actually separate. And I would maybe send May to Guardian's Rock to work there as something. But when I went upstairs, hi, and there she is. There's May now. When I came upstairs here, this is what I would find. I would find May, like I'm finding her right now, standing up here. But she wouldn't go to bed. So what I did, and I think you'll recognize, I moved the beds. So I moved this bed. This king-size bed used to be in this corner. I moved it to this corner, and she finally went to bed. I'm not sure what you're doing home. Why are you home? May has taken over the wheat field, and maybe she's home because the wheat is not ready to actually cut yet. Let's go down and see why she's home. But she absolutely, this is a most interesting thing. If it turns out that she does not like doing this, I might have to make her a druid. I might have to send her back to school to be a druid, and to have her actually be a druid. She seemed to be really happy with working the field and everything, but now once again, all of a sudden, here she is at home. I'm going to recall her for a second, because I don't understand what's going on with her. So now she's here and she's going. So I know I have a lot of modded stuff in that house, and it is possible that maybe some of that modded furniture is having some kind of effect. I'm not sure. I haven't noticed it with anyone else, with any of the other modded furniture houses. So now she's going home to Lily, and we'll see if she goes to bed. So she's taking this path up past Lily's shop right here, and taking the little path between Lily's shop and this door is open. There's that door, and her house with Lily, and here it is right here. So let's go up. Yay. So she is sleeping now, and she absolutely was not sleeping. She was not sleeping. And so she is fine. And we'll check and see in the morning about that. It's possible that she just is a homebody and she likes being at home, and that's fine. If it turns out that that's what it is, then when we see that she's not in the field, we'll just call her. She's been here. She's from the first group of children. We are on group 8 of children. So she's from the very first group of children. And she, I believe, was one of the first to grow up. And so she is liking it. Mixasa. Salut Mixasa. Ça va? Ça va? And so, yeah, so I'm always fascinated by AI that does weird stuff like that. So the NPCs obviously are AI, obviously wonderful AI. They work really well, and they do things really well, and it's complicated. Très bien. Et toi? Et toi? And yet, every once in a while, you'll have something like that, where you'll have one of them who does something completely out of the ordinary and makes it seem like they're a rogue robot. That's what it seems like. It seems like one of those movies where the androids realize that they're, that they're sentient and actually are rogue, and that's kind of wild. You're a bit stressed about tomorrow. The end of the election. Oh man, you're having the exact opposite type of election than England had. And I am so sorry. I know that is not fun. And Vincentius Primus was saying that it's worse than our situation because your people who are equivalent to our former president 45 actually are smart, and that makes it really bad. And it's like, wow, that's scary. Oop. My earbud dropped out. I know that's really scary. So yeah, it's France is having its elections as well. England had theirs. This is election year for a lot of countries, and it's a really important election year. I think elections are always important, but it's a really amazing election year. And yeah. Zaf, your elections were last year, weren't they? Am I remembering that properly? Or were they earlier this year? I think they were last year. That there was an election where Zaf is. So that's what we did. We actually got May settled. And then we did something else. So remember when I made that road yesterday and I was using the tumbled? So when I was trying to get a picture of it after the stream yesterday, I didn't quite like it because the tumbled blocks have only one type of greenery. They only have this grass in them. So it's grass-topped wall, these andesite walls. And there wasn't any flowers or anything. And so it became really kind of monotonous in a weird kind of way. So what I decided to do was to spread them out, to use them as an accent. It was 2023, I thought so. The elections there were last year for your country. I do remember. I thought I remembered that right. And so we took away some of these and put in straight wall in areas, and it actually helped accent the grass, the ones that have grass on them, and make them look like they are an accent rather than the entire wall being like that. And I really like that better. I really like it better. But I'm glad we actually looked at it. And did you see that? That's two of the couriers right there. Another thing that we did was we moved this balloon. So yesterday, this morning, on Twitch, Emery removed the balloon. She was finished removing it, I think, this morning. And then she started building reassembling the balloon for the Druid right here on the boardwalk, so that the couriers aren't trying to reach some balloon that's sitting in the middle of this forest. I think that's one of the reasons that they were trying to get into this area, was that balloon right there. So with the balloon moved in, they will actually be coming right to here and going up here to get into the balloon. It also keeps the firefighters out of that area, because the firefighters check the Druid balloon from time to time, and it keeps them out. There is Case. Case is our farmer here, and what we realized is Case is being very sweet, but we actually haven't done any studies yet. We actually have not done any studies for the sea field at the university. So we're going to have to, right now, go to the university and get them to study. There she is. There she is. And if it seems like she's putting this up really fast, she actually is, because she took it down. So she has everything that she used to take it down to put it back up. And so that is what she is doing. And I don't think we're repairing it. I think we're actually upgrading it. But that still means that most of the materials are the same for that balloon. Let's come over here for a minute. Do I want to cut across the fields? I am. I'm doing the thing I don't want them to do, but I'm doing it right now. We're gonna come here. Those are gooseberries. Okay. We've got all these fruit trees, and that's of course star fruit. I can see that. This morning we were thinking about what we would do with these roads, but we didn't get to it. We didn't get to actually planning what we would do with them. And let's go into the university. No. So, Ilberic has asked me to come over to the hospital when I'm going to change from a fish to something with 2 legs. So I am obliging them, and I am Fastrid said I could use his upstairs office to do this. So I'm changing into a survivalist, which means that I will have legs. I have legs. And the reason I do this is because I sometimes, Fastrid, look at you. Fastrid is dressed, these are Nordic clothing, and Fastrid is the doctor. And so that is the Nordic clothing style doctor. And let's come here, let's go across. And let's come up here. I should have the things that I need. I see the pickles, and that's what I thought I saw. So we requested these pieces from Rosa Ouro, because Rosa Ouro actually has a working sea farm. And so we need to come here and do the research. And if you look here, you'll see that we haven't done it yet. So we're going to do it right now. And there we go. They're going to work on that. There's something here. Let me look at something. Nimble. Nimble means that, nope, don't want to do that. They move faster. Absolutely not. Definitely not. Hold on for a second. I saw something else that had to do with farms, but I'm not in the farms. That's why. That's what happened. So podzol, we don't need podzol. We have a forest full of podzol, so I'm not really interested in that. Let's look here. Taking diving lessons. Exotic fruits, I'm not sure about. But right here, somewhere here, there it is. This one right here, soft shoes. In the berry fields, we actually do need this, where farmers no longer trample crops, because they're on different heights, because it's on a slope. They're actually trampling, so I want to try and get that. There was an interesting suggestion on Discord in Minecolonies today that suggested that the let me take these for a minute. I want to see what I need. I'm going to put this up here and see if I needed this for something here before I leave. They were suggesting that the university worked the same way as like a builder or a baker or something like that. That when you request something to be made, that then they request the materials and they wait for them to come, and then they do the research, and then they tell you that it's done. And I actually like that. I think it includes everybody doing it that way, and I think it's really cool. But that was only a suggestion, and it could be too complicated because there are because there's more than one person at the university, it might not be possible. Let me go over here. I'm going to, oh wait, I can come here. I'm going into the museum. This is the Wagon Train Museum, and I'm going to go to sleep because we've got a storm and it's got thunder and lightning. So we're going to go to sleep. And there it is next morning. And This is a cinnamon tree. Isn't it gorgeous? Hi? Who was that? Oh, hi? Who is that? Who is that? Hold on for a second. Hold on for a minute. What was that name? That is so funny. Kiara. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look at my people. I have lost track of that person. Wow. That is fascinating. I don't know who that is. So I'll have to find out. There's Ilberic. Let's go to combat. And I just want to make sure that we did all the things that we wanted to do. So druids need armor. So we are doing the armor up to plate armor. They were saying there wasn't really a necessity to do the steel, and notice it doesn't open anymore. And so the diamond doesn't matter anyway. We were looking at the idea that we might do a telescope, and we did. Because I just like the idea of them being able to have a telescope, and that's why we did that. She ran away? Yes. She definitely did. She definitely did. But that was really interesting. It's like, wait a minute. And so there isn't anything that we want other than from here, other than things that have to do with druids. And so the paranormics is what we were after, and we have it now, except that it requires mistletoe. So we can now get it. We have the arrows. We had them research and do consume arrows, and that allowed us to get the paranormics. So now all we need is 64 mistletoe, and I believe that we have that in the shop. Let me look again. Let's go to technology for a minute while I have all this iron on me, because if I don't need it, I'm going to put it away. So I want to see down here where we have tools if we need it for anything. Seems automatic. There it is. See that right there? That's block place speed 50%. This one is, I'm not doing the madness one. This is the one that I want. Let's have them do that. Let's go back to technology for a minute. That was the one I'm looking for. I still need an ocean's heart here, and I still need emeralds, I believe. There's something here that I need emeralds for. We're not doing gates. Ah, the gold ore. That's one of the things that we didn't get any gold ore. So that's another thing that we can ask our miner Joey to get us some gold ore in order to do that. And emeralds is inventory slots are increased, and that takes 128 emeralds. That's going to be tricky because emeralds are in higher mountain areas, and we might have to wait for traders to come along and give that to us. And so that's, I don't see that happening right away. And I think that that is most everything. Now this right here, add the option to select different build modes for your builders. That's curious. And it just needs a builder level 3 and a diamond axe. I think that if you are not a mermaid, I think that is the only way that you can have a town with multiple buildings in it. I think that is how that is done at that level of research. But but the ocean's heart we absolutely need. And now that Adam, Zaf, did you see that Adam is back to work? Did you see that? Let me see how many of these I have. I have none. Let me see if there's any here. Hold on, I'm gonna cough. Let me look here. Let's take these away. Let's put those in the warehouse, and that's it, people. Let's go to the warehouse and look for those things. While I'm still a survivalist, so I'm actually running. Chocolate. I'm gonna do chocolate. Hold on. Yes, Adam. So we'll check for a minute. Let's look for our ocean heart. We have one. Let's find it first, and then we'll go look for the other things. Is it on this one? Nope. It's in the main warehouse. And I don't see it there. There it is. Okay, good. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Whoa. Tucker and the Druids. Whoa. That's crazy. Something really crazy is going on there. We do have another miner. I can't imagine the Nether Ambassador making that kind of a haul. That seems beyond, doesn't it? Chato, how are you? How are you doing? Let me come here for a second. How are you? It's nice to see you. Saturday. Yes. Saturday's almost gone for some of us. Our Saturday is still. And emeralds. E-M-E-R-A-L-D. Ah. I don't know how many we needed. No. Look at all of those. Wow. I have emeralds here. I don't know how many we need. I bet we don't have enough. Whoop. Wonk. There's more emeralds here. I wouldn't be surprised if that isn't enough. But let's go down and let's go back. We're going to run back. You're good? Excellent. Excellent. So I'm going back to here. And that's Ilberic who's laughing. Let me come in and let us go to technology. So the diving lessons has an hour and 15 minutes. The ocean heart is going to be longer. And there it is. And that I think is actually going to take like 4 hours or something of Earth time for it to be done. Yes. Okay. And let me see how many emeralds we actually needed. Let's see how many. Oh, I forgot the soft shoe. I'm gonna have to go back. Let me see how many emeralds I needed and where I needed them. I see redstone, but I don't want that. That's in the 5 level. Loaded. Right here. I don't have enough. Shoot. I actually don't have enough. Okay, I need 264s. And that's what I don't quite have. So I'll have to wait for those. And then I needed the wool and the feathers, which I forgot. That looks like 16 and 16. Okay, so we should have 16 feathers. We did use feathers for making the arrows, so it's possible that we used them all, but let's go see if we have some. If we don't, I might have to have Quentin actually farm and harvest some chickens for feathers. But let's look and see what's going on for a moment. Let's come up here and let's look at this. And we need feathers and wool. This is the reason, 16, yay. Those eggs being 4,000 is the reason we're not having Quentin do that. Let's look for the feathers first. Did I hit the right button? Did I hit the right button to look at feathers? I have the funniest... Oh, no, I did. Yay! There they are. Okay, so here's feathers, and we only need 16. So we don't need that much. We can leave those there. Do I need string? No. Do I need... what I need is wool. Should I, since I'm down here, to see if I can find it? Just for a minute, because we have these beautiful boxes, and see, there it is. Look at that right there. Look at that. We did. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So now we'll just take the other materials and put them in a stash box so that they can be put away. So right over here, there's a stash box right here, and we'll put these things in it. And then, what did it say? It said a courier will come along and pick them up. What time of day is it? 21. Let's go back. I forgot. I still have legs. I actually still have legs. So I'm going to go back here and complete this little thing that we need to do, and then I will change back into a mermaid. So let's come here. We'll give them the request. Technology. And there it is right here. And we'll do that. That's not going to take that long. That's probably only going to take a half hour. Yes, a half hour. So that'll be wonderful. And now I can go into the hospital, or I could go home. Or I could go up into the hills. How much time do we have? Let me see for a minute. Oh, we have plenty of time. Let's go to the rock. I'm going to walk to the rock. I have a lantern. I really love the way the lights turned out, the street lights turned out. They turned out so nice. I love those. And because remember, this was always dark, and we always had to have a lantern in this area, but we do have some light now. We can look at this that she's working on in this corner. I don't have a lantern. Hold on. There we go. Wait, wrong corner. Here she is, right here. So she's getting done. The balloon is almost inflated, and then she'll put the ladder up as soon as the balloon is inflated, and everything is done. Yeah. So let's come over here. We're still having trouble with this. I haven't looked. I don't have 602. I have 601, but I don't have 602, and I'm wondering if 602. They're sleeping! Yay! Yay! They're sleeping in their beds. I'm so happy. Okay, good. They weren't sleeping. They would come up and go into the bedroom, but they weren't sleeping. But they are now. We gave them some different furniture. We gave them a little bit of a different kitchen here. They have this counter and cabinets up above. And we gave them a stove and a sink. And we're good. We're good with that. I did make some tiny changes, Mixasa, and so they have a closet right here. I love this. I love that they can receive things through there. And this, of course, is their patio, their deck. And I made a little change here because I could put a chair right here. And so we made a little tiny bit of a change with that area. And everything else is pretty okay. Oh, I did put in a bookcase right in this part right here. And yeah, so those are the things that we did to make the house their house. They're using Emery's old house. Emery's not living there right now, and she's not going to because Chase and Charlie are completely moved in and they love the house. So if Emery wants another balloon house, she's going to have to build one. And we'll see if she decides to do that when she has like a family or something. But she doesn't have a family. She's one of the first four. She has never had a family. I'm not sure she's even raised any kids. Like volunteered to foster any kids the way some of the adults have. I don't think she's even done that. She's always been busy. She's always been interested in building alone. And I don't think I have one of these on me. I don't. Let's do something for a minute. This is a nice, safe place. Let's turn back into a mermaid right now. So I'm going to turn back into a mermaid. Yeah, I do that. I'm talking, I write what I talk. Okay, and then I think I have one of these on me. I do, and we can go to sleep. And so there we are. So this is the secret room in the builder's hut. And we'll put this here. And there we go. Okay. Someone asked me earlier today for the mod list. And Vincentius Primus is going to update the mod list and give it to me. And then I'm going to add it to the bio on both Twitch and YouTube. So if anyone wants the mod pack that I'm using, it'll be there. Because I have a lot of different furniture mods and things like that that I like to have. So there's the balloon going up. It's getting inflated. And it almost looks like it's being inflated, doesn't it? Look at the way it looks. It looks like the top isn't up yet. So I like that. And Case is doing, this is the sea field right here. And when the research, when the research is done, he'll be able to do more than just sea pickles. Right now he's doing sea pickles, but he'll be able to do the rest. And I'm really happy with how this came out after we took away the dirt, and it looks perfect here, and I'm glad that really worked out. And so now back in town, there's one thing, see there, people on the outside. And so what I think is happening is that they come out here to meet somebody. So Ren is new, and that's kind of what it seems like they're coming out to meet somebody. We don't have anyone in this druid shop yet. Fuji moved into town, into the new shop in town, which he is sharing with Gracelyn. Gracelyn is Joey, the miner's druid. And right here, look at this. Dondanas is working on it. Can we go up here and look? Let's see if we can look down on it. Wow, there it is. Look at that. This is gonna be interesting. What am I gonna do about this? Look how far down that is. I don't have enough room between this building and these. So they're either going to be here, and this is going to be a ridge, and we're actually going to have a fence along the top of it, or we're going to cover it. Whoa! Fireworks! Yay! And we might end up covering the top. And make it sort of like Shire, where the top of it is covered, but this building goes up pretty far. So we'll have to see what happens when it is built more. Built more. And this is the new mechanic that we have. Let me look here. I've got a light. I'm going to go down. It took him a while to get this dug out and to get the initial workspace down here situated. And this is a medieval spruce mechanic, and Dondanas is going to continue working on it until it's a level 5. Let's see how our kids are doing. Mario's almost ready to graduate at 28. He needs a 30 to graduate. Ryan's almost ready at 29. And Mackenzie, and let's look, Tucker is the librarian and the mayor. And he is the mayor because he is the first citizen. And Trinity's the teacher. Baker's almost ready. Fallon's the librarian at the Druid Library, along with Imani. They both work there. And King is studying. King's struggling a little bit. He's struggling. Sometimes when they struggle like this, it means that they're restless of books and they want to get out and maybe do some apprenticeship. And so we can look and see what he might be able to apprentice. Zaf, I'm sorry, I forgot that I was going to look at Adam for you. And let's go over and visit Adam. Before we do that, do I want to do something here? This was the way down when he was building. So we can either put that back or decide what we're going to do. Do I have, see, and he's already working on stuff. Let me see what I've got here. I've got shovel right here. This is the shovel I need. And let's have a shovel in my hand. And let's take this line down right here. We're not going to have this line, so we can take it down all the way up to the rock. Right there and back to here. And then we'll see what happens later. I know that the crane is here. I know there's a second story. So it might not look so small in here when we get the second story done, which would mean that we would just have to have a fence around the edges of this so that nobody gets hurt and people would not be able to come this way anymore. They'd have to walk all the way around the Druid Center if they want to get to the back, and that's fine. Do we still have a fox? Did our fox go away? Let's see. Yay! No. So there's the pet fox and the pet robin. I know that's weird, but they are fine with each other, which is very strange. Ever notice just how long it takes to build a town hall? I know. It takes a while. And one of the reasons it takes a while is because you really need to wait until all of the crafters, like the stonemason, the carpenter, the mechanic, all those people are all level 5s before you build the level 5 of the town hall, because other than that, you're going to end up building the stuff, because there's some parts that they won't be able to get. They won't have the recipes for. And I'm not sure that that is absolutely true. That's what I've discovered from just doing it in the past. That would be for you to discover if that is actually true or not. So I usually wait. The town hall is... I have built the town hall up in the past in certain areas, like on when I did Bridgeport, that I was building that steampunk town hall into the rock, and I built it myself. I had the Mer Nation build it there. So it was never built by the people. The people never built that town hall. But this town hall here and the town hall in Rosa Ouro is built by the people. The town hall in Rosa Ouro was moved. The first town hall was the bank building, and then it was moved up to the cliffs when Keanu convinced Pierce that they should be building on the side of the mountain. That's when it was added. What am I doing? Let me think about it. Adam! We're going to go see Adam. It's why it's often better to wait before building it. So you don't really need it. Yeah, you really don't. And you don't want a builder spending their time... Look at that. It's a train. I love it. And there they go. They're the kids. 3 of those kids are the kids that are living here. And one of those people is a parent, if I'm not mistaken. There the kids are going to bed. Fastrid and where is she? Mercy are raising Mackenzie, Ryan, and Mario. And they volunteered to foster the orphans, and they're actually enjoying it. Unlike some other people, they're actually enjoying doing that. Let's come down here for a minute. The house, we thought that Adam was going to live in the house, in this house right here. Let's get a lantern. But this house actually belongs to Jeffrey and to Braylon. Jeffrey and Braylon live here, and these are their porches right here, and this is the top, and we can actually see that they are actually in bed on the top floor here. You can go through that doorway, and this is theirs. Oh, I have one of these. Let me turn this around the other way. I changed the way the door is here, and that's why that is turned around the wrong way. I think I fixed that one, and I fixed this one, but I didn't fix the other one. I'm going to make these go away. We're going to put in different lighting. We're not using lanterns inside and outside. It just is too many lanterns. So I think we're just going to leave that for now. These lanterns are hanging, and there are hanging lanterns up there. However, why don't we use the guest room here? This is the guest room right here. And why don't we go to sleep? So that we can see what's going on with Adam. So Adam, if you remember, Adam was yes, see, look at that. That is so cool. Adam was a druid, and he had I think that is it. That is Adam, yes. And there he is. There is the Nordic version of Adam. Let me see where he's going. Whoa! Look where he's going to fish. Look at that. Whoa! Whoa! Steampunk buildings? No. They are not easy. Look at Adam build. He's doing. Hi. Hi. Welcome back, Mr. Villager. Zaf will probably tell you what was going on. But there's Adam. I was concerned about the fishers, but both Adam and Davis are back to fishing, and it seems to be okay. It seems to be okay. The first day that he was fishing, he stayed here the whole day and fished from here. And then I noticed that he was fishing from out here. And I saw him in the water actually at one point, and I was like, uh-oh, am I going to have to stop him? But I think it's okay. I think that the fishers are working again fine, and there he is. And this is what he wanted. He just wanted to be, out there, out here. He did not like being a druid. He just wanted to be alone. He's a hermit. He's a hermit. He is. He's a person who likes living a solitary life, and he loves fishing. And he did come into town to teach, and he was doing that. And I don't know whether you hope he's getting shrimp. You like shrimp? He might be. He might be. Uh-oh. This is what I was afraid of. This is the thing that I was afraid of. So where's he going? Is he actually going to the shipwreck to fish? He is. Ah. See, if he was using a boat, that would be one thing. This just scares the living crap out of me. If he was using a boat to get out here, that would be for lobsters. Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. We could say, and that would be interesting. We could say that in the wreckage, this is a shipwreck right here. We could say that in the shipwreck that he has put some traps, like shrimp traps and lobster traps, and he comes out and checks them. I would need to give him a boat, another small boat. Now, Davis was using one of the small ships. Oh, that would be interesting if he would use one. Let's look at the small ships for a minute. That's not it. There's one, but that's not it. That's not it. I thought it was small, but it's not. And yet it's not coming up with ships. Ship. Let's look here for a second. I want to see if I can find them. It is not coming up. That is most curious. Hold on for a second. Mr. Villager, you think you recognize the problem is because he's recognizing this as a fishing point, and the fishers tend to change their position as he's detecting the shipwreck. He's going there. Yeah, no, yeah, there's no question about that. Never experimented with lobster. Lobster's good too. Lobster's delicious. I want to give him an alternative, and I can't find it. Let's see. Nope, I can't do it that way. Let's make that go away and go here and go at SMAL. There they are. Okay. The problem with these is when I get the name and when I get the ship, I'm stuck with it because it can't be built by the people. I don't want a big one because then it's obvious that we don't have any people doing it. So however, Zaf, what kind of wood should we use for the little ship that we want him to have? We could either do acacia, we could do dark oak, we could do bamboo. That would be interesting. What is this? We could do jungle, or we could do oak. I'm making a little tiny ship. I can't make the big ones because they require a crew. Yeah, lobster is usually expensive. It usually is. As opposed to crabs, on the other hand. Crabs aren't as expensive. The lobster is usually expensive. Zaf, what do you think? What kind of wood would you like? We could actually have a cherry boat. Wow. And that's a mangrove boat. Ooh. So we can have dark oak, we can have acacia, birch, oak, we can have spruce, we can have bamboo, and cherry. And what should I make the ship out of? Let's ask. I'm going to interrupt the conversation about lobster and ask him, what should I use? What kind of wood should I use for the ship? So this is obviously a dark oak ship right here. It's a Nordic. No, it's not dark oak. Cherry. Ooh, Big Sassa wants it to be cherry. That would be interesting. That would definitely be curious. That is actually spruce. Is the classical one, yes. That's actually spruce. And that purple ship is spruce. Cherry, why not? Okie dokie, people. We're going to give him a cherry one of these boats. And there it is right there. And it takes a cherry boat. It takes a sail, and the sail is wool and 2 of these and string, and that's how you get it. And the name of this is the cherry cog. So we're going to come here and we're going to look for a cherry cog. C space C-O-G. And there it is. And there it is. And let's see what happens when we put this on the water. Where do I want to put it? I could put it here with the other boat, like right here. See how far he's going out? Maybe I should put it over here, so he has some place here to go out to. Let's do that. Look what he's doing. Are we ready? Boat. And there it is. All right, so let me put this away for a second. Let me see where he's going. He keeps going over here. We'll look at it in the morning. I'm going to go back up to the... I know. It's like late at night and he's decided that that's what he's doing. Look at the view though. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at this. And there's the new boat sitting right there. So let's go sleep. Let's go in here and sleep, and then we will check on the boat in the morning. Because I think what I'm going to do is move it into an area where he can get to it and use it. And let's hope that that works and that doesn't kill him. I don't think it can. Davis was on the boat. We found Davis in Rosa Ouro on the boat at the beginning. I think it was the beginning of this. But let's come here. Let's go there. I'm on the boat now. And there's Adam. Adam just came. Should I leave it here for him to get to? Let's see what happens here. Nope, he's going out to there. So let me see. I remember something about this. And I said I was going to remember how this boat worked. And so let's try this again. And let's move forward. We need R, I think. There it is. So we're moving a little bit. I don't want to move any more than this. And let's turn the boat this way and bring it over. Oh, I just put it up and put it back down? I think I did. There we go. And let's turn the boat this, and let's put it down for a minute. Let's turn the boat this way. I'm actually turning the boat this way, and now let's see if I can move it over just a little bit. I kind of have to be careful because I don't want him to get stuck out here. I'm going to turn the boat around. Hold on. There we go. And now let me put up the sail. Oops, I turned too far. Hold on a second. Can I get it to turn back around? Slowly. Oh no. It's like a real boat. It really is. Like a little boat. It's actually like the little boats. So this is going to have to be really careful. Let's do that. Let's bring it down and stop. Okay. So let me get out. So I'd like it to be so that he used it. The cherry looks nice, doesn't it? It does. It definitely does. I'd like it to be so that he would use it, which probably would mean that it would have to sit right where he's standing. And the only way to get it there is to actually be in it. So let me turn it this way. Let me turn it this way for a minute. Because the second I put down the sail, it's going to move. And I just have to keep moving it just a little tiny bit. Like that. And now, I wanted to make it look like he's actually using it to get out to here. So, now let's get out. Now let's see where he is in relationship to it. I think that's okay. What do you think of that, guys? Do you think that's okay? I mean, it's not so close that if he jumps off of this into the... Are you trying to catch me? If he like jumps off of this to go back, he won't get caught under the boat. That's what I'm a little concerned about. Yes, I see you. But I think it's far enough away that he won't. See? When he comes to there. So I think that's going to be okay. I don't want to lose him over this boat.
Perfect.
Oh! I fell off the side of the boat. You can fall off the sides of those. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he's using the wreckage. He probably has traps set in here, or he knows that the fish come to the wreckage of the boat. This is the wreckage of the boat that Tucker was on when he was a kid, where he first saw the Mystic Grove over there. And that boat came too close to the shoreline. It probably scraped the top of this right here. The boat probably scraped the top of this, which meant that it tore a hole in the hull and actually sunk trying to get to land. sunk on the way to land and is right there. So I wish I could get him. It was interesting that Davis was actually in the boat and I had nothing to do with it. He was in the boat and I didn't have a single thing to do with it. And I was thinking that I have another idea. What if I do this? Okay, see where he is? I'm going to turn it.
Hey, well done.
Oh, yeah? I'm going to turn the boat this way and have it right here. And see if when he comes over here, he'll get in it. Now, this is the scary one because there's every possibility that he could get stuck under the boat doing this. But should I take the chance, Zaf? I guess I shouldn't. Shift. But let's see what happens. Right now he's fishing over the bow of the boat. He's fishing over the boat. But let's see. I'm just going to stay for a minute just to make sure. I'm not really interested in having him be lost. And he seems okay. The boat's beautiful. The boat is actually beautiful. Timber fish for dinner. Yeah. What is he getting? Let me see what he's getting.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can. He's getting cod. He got one salmon. He's got a blowfish. I'm taking that away. Look what he's got. He's got fish sandwiches from, that's actually from Melanie and Trey's restaurant. They're actually making fish sandwiches. Yay! And he's got some things. Now, we didn't do the research yet for the, with the Ocean Heart, it's not finished. So when he gets that research done, when that research is done, then he'll bring in a lot more different things. He will. All right, I'm going to swim back. And let's see what happens when I swim back over to here. Whoosh. Whoosh. And there. Oh, that looks nice. Look at that. Oh, that's wonderful. Let's go out to the other boat for a minute. I want to see if I can get a better picture from the other boat. Look at that. Look at him. Ah. And just when I said that, he's like, nope, I'm done. Ah, shoot. I'll have to come back tomorrow. He's coming in for the night. See what's happening with the... He's coming in. This boat is moving. But we'll try and get him when he goes out tomorrow to the boat. Try and get a picture then. So I think he's coming in for the night. But wow, that was... No? He's going back out? He's going to do some night fishing? What time is it? Let's see what time it is. He has an hour. He has a little less than an hour. So this is going to look really pretty. Okay, so he's fishing on the other side of the... Whoa, I wish I had gotten that. Did you see? Ah, and there he is. Now he's going back for good, and I missed him. So, one of the dolphins jumped. I really like it. I know, it's a little scary. But we'll see what happens. I know it's a little scary. But I'm going to stay and see. There it goes. The sun's gone. And there it is right there. It's a shame that's... I wish that could be but it's Sunday. It might be. It might be. It might be. Let's come over here. Let's go up. I'm going to spend the night. Jeffrey and Braylon are being so nice. They're letting me spend the night in their guest cabin. They're upstairs. Well, they should be upstairs in a little bit. And this is the second floor of the house. Oh, this is the main floor. Look at this. There's the front door right there. And this is their dining room area, their inside dining room area right here, which probably means, sure enough, that this is the kitchen right over on this side. We could put more a living room in this spot, although there is these couches right here. I could do a little bit more of a dining. Kitchen's going to be here, especially since that's there. So yeah, this guest bedroom could actually be much more a living room that guests can sleep in when the time comes. Look at the boat. Ooh, hold on. Look at that. It has moonlight on it. Let's come over here. Wow. That looks good. That actually looks amazing. Yeah. All right, so let me go to sleep and we'll come out and see. I don't think Mr. Villager heard me when I said that I looked at the video that he had sent me. That was about that different type of building game, and it had some interesting things, but like I said, no people. I don't let them keep those. And I've got all my tools. Oh, did you see that? There they come. Now, why didn't you go out of the upstairs one? Oh, because they ate breakfast. That's why. They didn't come out of this doorway here because they went downstairs and ate breakfast first. And then up here we can have another set of like living room or desk or something up here. And I think I would like that. I think I would. I do. Do I have Farmer's Delight in my pack? Restaurant has a farmer's cook. Yeah. I do have Farmer's Delight in the pack. And primarily because I wanted some of the Farmer's Delight furniture from their pack. I haven't been using it for food. I know they're vegetarian, which is one of the reasons why it's in the pack, because it does give you a vegetarian alternative, and which is really nice. I like this. I think that looks good, but maybe I should go out here. Let's see if I want to take a picture from here, where he is here. That would be really interesting. Let's look and see. Oh yeah, right here like this. Let's take that picture. Okay, people, so you'll know which one this is because this is going to have this picture. I could get a little bit closer, Vincentius Primus would probably say, and come a little bit down and just have it here, but you don't see the boat as there. I like that. Let's do that one. Okay, ready? I'm going to take that. You're back. You heard your name. I was saying that I watched the video that you sent me on Discord of that game, that building game, and it was interesting. It definitely was. Let's do that too. It was interesting. My one thing that I ask all the time is, where are the people? So yeah, I wanted to tell you that. Okay, this is it. This is it for today. This is the 3-hour mark for this. I'm thinking maybe that since it's working, that I might try putting another fisher in this shop over here, and we maybe could see and maybe have another one of those boats be there. I'm just looking at all these. These are such interesting pictures, these right here, that I'm looking at and seeing. This one with the boat, with the bigger boat, and him with that boat right there. I just like it. So I'll see which ones look good. Let's come over here. So see, we have the other, this is where Abel was, and Abel's not with us anymore because he actually, I believe, either fell off the boat or fell off this pier in some kind of way and then got stuck underneath. And he can't get stuck underneath here. He shouldn't have been able to get stuck underneath there. But I just noticed something just now. What if he did? I know I'm supposed to be going. Hold on a second. I always do this at the last minute. Let me get a trap. Let me look at a trap. I don't know whether I should use a trap. It would seem like a trap would be worse, doesn't it? It would probably be better to use a panel. So that's how they're getting on the boat. Let's do this way, so it goes that way. That's good. I suppose I could be a little concerned. This is the one, remember, that we put in this little door here that goes into the boat, and actually that's where they can sleep and stuff like that. They can take the boat out really far. This one. And maybe that would be it. That's the boat that belongs to this medieval shop right here. It is the boat, and we're looking at Adam being out there. I'm not going to put anyone here yet. I think I'll just leave it for now, and have this be the end of the day. Thank you everyone for being here. Chato, thank you. Mr. Villager, obrigado. Zaf, Afgarista, Zaf. Let me look here for a second and see. I think I had some people earlier. I had a person, Frenzy, and I'm just going to say thank you for being in chat, Frenzy, and Mixasa. Merci beaucoup. Thank you all for being here. For those of you who watch it after the stream is over, who watch the video, thank you for watching. It's fun to know that people are watching, and it's really fun. I will tell Vincentius Primus, Mr. Villager, he's sleeping right now. Bonsoiree, Mixasa, bonsoiree, Kala Nikta, Zaf, and I know there's another one. I forgot it. And Mr. Villager, Boatarji. And here we go. We're listening to, oops, there he is. He walked over. We're listening to Drone Hands music. Drone Hands is on Twitch and he's also on YouTube. And now we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus. So here we go. Bye for now, everyone. I'll see you next week. It's Saturday. I'll see you Tuesday. Bye. Bye for now. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Here we are.